Kang Ha-neul has starred in a number of films so far, and she's generally been more successful in lighter, more casual works than in serious, heavy ones. I don't know if it's because she has a good image, but she seems to act better in more comedic works. Comic acting is not something that just anyone can do. Comic acting requires good timing, breathing, and conveying emotions to the audience through various facial expressions. And 30 Days is the perfect movie for that. Kang Ha-neul hasn't been very popular in recent films, while Jung So-min has been slowly building up her filmography. In her latest film, Reunion, she gave a very natural performance, but unlike TV, she hasn't had a major role in a movie. This is probably the first movie where you can really make a name for yourself. The two have already met in the movie 20, where they were a couple, and now they're in love again. First of all, the movie is very entertaining. The problem with movies like this is that the first half is different from the second half. They start out funny, but then they go to the second half and put in the emotional code, and the humor is lost. And the ending is very hard to relate to. So in that sense, we never lose the humor until the very end, and we don't even try to put in the emotional code. We don't make you think that you're going to be moved here. I think that's why it's more fun and the content was good. As soon as the movie starts, Jung So-min is waiting in a waiting room to get married. Of course I thought she was waiting for Kang Ha-neul, but she's at Hope's house, grumbling and unhappy. I thought it was a memory of their wedding, but it turns out they're both in the present. It turns out Jung So-min was going to marry another man, but gave up and came to Kang Ha-neul. When Kang Ha-neul tries to visit her now so she won't miss her, Jung So-min criticizes the timing, but she joins her. Jung So-min is working on a movie and has a big house. Kang Ha-neul is studying to be a lawyer and has a house in the countryside. Kang Ha-neul doesn't have any money, but Jung So-min barges into the wedding and tries to marry her. The whole movie is about breaking down stereotypes. Jung So-min just calls her auntie and asks Kang Ha-neul to meet her mom, which is where Jo Min-soo comes in, and she's a very sophisticated rich woman. It's almost too obvious what's going to happen. In fact, Jo Min-soo throws an envelope at Kang Ha-neul. Kang Ha-neul tries to say no, as if she's expecting it, but Min-soo says, "I'll take it." He tells her to use the money to buy a wedding dress. Because he has an apartment that he gave to Jung So-min, and he doesn't object because he's the man his daughter loves. At this point, you should have realized where the movie was going, because that's how it goes from then on. It's a twist on all the tropes that we've become so accustomed to seeing, and it makes me laugh out loud every time. We show them getting married very quickly, and then we show the very realistic story of their life after that. Ha-neul Kang is still studying for the bar exam, so she's practically broke, and when she has to pay for her sister's wedding, she criticizes her for doing such a thing. That's when things start to fall apart between them. Thinking that her pride has been hurt, Kang Ha-neul starts to sulk and protests against Jung So-min, saying that she doesn't know what a penniless person would do. Kang Ha-neul finally passes the bar exam, and it's shown that Jung So-min didn't help her at all during the process, even almost causing the house to catch fire on the day of the bar exam. Other than that, it's shown that Jung So-min rarely wants to do things like clean or cook. Although this could be seen differently from Jung So-min's point of view. They live together like that, getting more out of each other than the other, and both are disappointed in each other. Eventually, they decide to divorce. The title of the movie, 30 Days, is the time they think about it before they divorce. During this time, they go together and get into a car accident. They both coincidentally get amnesia. The doctor keeps talking to me about the drama and tells me what to do in this situation. He keeps twisting the scenes from the drama like that, and it makes me laugh. Then there's Yoon Kyung-ho, who's Kang Ha-neul's senior, and Lee Sang-jin, who's her friend, and there's one more friend, who's shown to have fallen into the coin, and he doesn't say a word, he just looks at his phone. He doesn't have a presence, but at the end, He becomes a scene stealer who delivers laughs by being present. Especially when Yoon Kyung-ho says, "You had a line, didn't you?" It makes you laugh out loud. The commotion that happens when they lose their memories and get back together is not obvious, but funny. Especially at the end, when Kang Ha-neul gets her memory back and Jung So-min is still in a state of loss, they don't end it with a sentimental ending. But they keep the tone of the movie and make it fun. I really like that. It's a romantic comedy that you can really laugh at and have fun watching.